D, wait for it, Lightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I'm coming at you today because I saw this article. This is like 5 days old. I do a Sunday video where I go through 3 stories during the week and everything. You guys can check that out. I'll leave it in the iCard section. But I saved a bunch of articles and then I didn't pick this story, but I wanted to talk about it because I love the wizarding world of Harry Potter. And this happens to be, talking about the 4th Fantastic Beasts movie, which personally, they're not my favorite, but I don't think they're necessarily, well, that second one was not that great. Although the very first, like the first 5 minutes when Grindelwald is escaping from that carriage, that's probably the best action sequence in the entire Wizarding World franchise. Like, it's so good. I love that scene. But so we get an update here, a rough update, it says, from Eddie Redmayne, and we're going to talk about it. Now, the last movie, I thought the last movie was actually better than the second movie, but not that that was hard. I still like the first one the best, but I just really love being in this world. I love the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I do think that this last this last movie, The Secrets of Dumbledore, I think that they upped it in terms of action sequences, but I still think that it still had its same issues. It's just more action was involved, and plus they keep switching out the actor to play Grindelwald. Although I think Mads Mikkelsen isn't there to stay. If for the last 2 movies, if they make them, I don't know if they're going to make them now or not, but we'll see. And I do enjoy Mads Mikkelsen, but I really wanted to see what Johnny Depp did with that character. And Colin Farrell played him in the first one. If you guys if they keep switching out the actors to play this character, how can I get involved and really care about a character when you guys keep switching the actor, Now that I've done talk about that, I still don't think that I'm not 100% sold that they're going to make this 4th movie, but let's talk about it as we get through this article. So it says Fantastic Beasts 4 gets rough update from Eddie Redmayne, and this comes from Screen Rant from Adif Benz, yeah. Okay, there's Eddie Redmayne. It says, Eddie Redmayne offers a rough update on Fantastic Beasts 4, a spinoff to the beloved Harry Potter films. The prequel series began in 2016 with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which was met with critical and commercial success. The sequel, subtitled The Crimes of Grindelwald, was released 2 years later and suffered a significant critical and commercial decline. I would agree with that, and I think that it was just because, they released it 2 weeks before the movie came out to critics and to people, to influencers like myself, which I don't know if that hurt or helped. I feel like it hurt it more than anything, because then people got the word out that it wasn't that good. Apologies, I just need some caffeine. So it says, was released commercial decline. Other than Redmayne, the Fantastic Beasts series also stars Jude Law, Ezra Miller, Dan Fogler, Allison, all these people. I'm not going through all these people. Written once again by J.K. Rowling and directed by David Yates, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Hold on, I'm going to go up here so we get this little video right here. At least we see Eddie Redmayne's face. The Secrets of Dumbledore debuted earlier this year to franchise worst box office returns. The threequel was marred by several controversies, including Mads Mikkelsen replacing Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. I know a lot of people that didn't go see it because of that. I went to see it anyways because I was like, there's no way I can't see this movie. Although I'm totally on Johnny Depp's side. Rowling's controversial comments on transgender people. Again, whether or not you believe, I don't think she did anything wrong, J.K. Rowling, and I'm on her side in this situation. Go look it up, and you should think the same thing if you have a brain. But I think that whether or not, but politics sucks. Politics ruins everything, and I think that if you're gonna start messing with stuff because of politics, you're never going to see anything, because there's no way everybody can say and do everything that you want. So you just got to get over yourself. So then it says, and Miller's repeat arrests with the series in disarray as Secrets of Dumbledore marking a low point for the Wizarding World franchise. It's unclear whether Fantastic Beasts will end as a trilogy or continue on. And Miller's problems are also that, but me, like I said before, I'm able to separate artist from art. I was going to see Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore, no matter what. And there was no changing that. It's the same thing with like Ezra Miller's in the Flash movie. I'm gonna go see that movie. There's no changing that. I don't care how many babies he let suck on bullets. I'm gonna go see that movie. So I'm, that's just how it is. That's just the truth of it. That's the truth. That's my truth. I'm living my truth. Back off. Isn't that what they say these days? These kiddos, they say, live your truth. During a recent interview with IndieWire promoting his new film, The Good Nurse, Redmayne offers I want to see that Good Nurse. Anyways, offers a rough update on the future of the Harry Potter spinoff series. The Fantastic Beasts star hasn't heard anything about the potential fourth film, though he would love to play Newt again. Read how Redmayne responds below. I don't. It's more a question of for J.K. Rowling and David Yates and Warner's, but I don't know. I'm afraid I can't add to that. I love playing Newt. He's a sweet man. He is very sweet, that Newt. We love that little Newt. He's so adorable. Redmayne's comments are just the latest in a long line of bad news for the embattled Fantastic Beasts franchise, initially planned as a 5-film series. Poor reception and dwindling financial returns caused Warner Brothers to change course and determine the future of the franchise based on Secrets of Dumbledore's box office, which was the lowest grossing film in the Wizarding World franchise. I also think, hold on, I'm just gonna hit that so I remember where I'm at. I also think it doesn't help that, I mean, I know J.K. Rowling wrote this third movie with somebody else, but I do think that she should just be like, these are the bullet points, these are the things you need to do, write a script, and she should have gave it to that Steve Knowles guy, because it's very apparent that screenwriting isn't her forte. And I know a lot of people want to be like, well, if you can write comic books, you can write a movie, or if you can write novels, you can write a movie, or if you can write a movie, you can write a novel. It's like, no, you can't. They're totally separate entities. There's a different way of writing, like, for instance, a comic book. There's a different way of writing a comic book compared to a movie script. It's totally two different things. And if you think they're the same, you need to go and check yourself, because you don't know what you're talking about. They're totally different things. In terms of writing. Same thing with a novel. A novel and a film script are two totally different things. Yeah, there's writing involved, but when it comes to writing a novel, there are certain things that go down with it compared to a movie script where you have to hit the three acts or whatnot. I mean, just go look it up. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk about that stuff. Maybe I'll do that in a separate video. Probably not, though. Anyway, so it says Redmayne mentions that a decision is up to Rowling, whose relationship with Warner Brothers remains unclear. From what I've seen from online, Warner Brothers still wants to do Wizarding World. It's just they're trying to get Rowling to take a step back and everything because of her comments, which really weren't that bad. But yeah, I mean, and I have no interest in a Wizarding World franchise without J.K. Rowling involved. This is not going to be a Star Wars situation where I still watch Star Wars. This is going to be a situation where if J.K. Rowling takes a step back, I'm not interested. I did a video on this. You can check that out. I'll leave that in the archive section. Let me get through this. Anne Yates, who has moved on to direct Pan Hustlers for Netflix, which is fine. I mean, directors direct other movies in between a different movie. There is still some slight hope for Fantastic Beasts 4, though, as the studio hasn't announced an official decision. Now, I've heard from Grace Randolph, the YouTuber Grace Randolph, or at least she said it in a live stream, that if the third movie hadn't done well, they were going to move it to four films and just wrap everything up in the fourth film. I would be okay with that. But I would like all 5 films. I want to see what J.K. Rowling has planned for these characters in their entirety. But if all I'm going to get is either one last fourth film or no films at all, I'll take the fourth film. Based on the aforementioned factors, it would probably be best if Fantastic Beasts ended as a trilogy. This doesn't mean the Wizarding World has to end altogether, as more Harry Potter spin-offs are still possible, such as an HBO Max series or a Harry Potter and the Cursed Child film adaptation. That, according to again, Grace Randolph, she said that they are looking into making a Harry Potter TV show, but they can't do anything, I believe, until 2024 because the rights still go to Universal in terms of TV stuff. So they will not have the rights to make the TV series until 2024, but they were trying to do talks and stuff like underneath the table, so Universal didn't find out about it. And as far as Harry Potter and the Cursed Child goes, I personally didn't care for that story as much, just because it was really, I don't know. First off, J.K. Rowling gave her blessing on that, and I personally didn't care for the whole Voldemort and Bellatrix had a child thing. Spoiler alert. I also didn't really, I don't like time travel stories that much. I don't like, you know, the time turner situation. I felt like the time turner situation in the third book was done well. I like that third book. I thought that I would hate time travel, and I thought that I would hate that whole situation. But I think that J.K. Rowling did a good job, and we don't need to revisit that. We really don't. We don't need to revisit time turners, especially now after A Cursed Child. We never need to go back to time turners. Although it was interesting to see a world where Cedric Diggory survived, you know. No matter what spin-offs are pursued, or if by a long shot Fantastic Beasts 4 actually happens, the focus should be recapturing the magic of Harry Potter if the Wizarding World franchise wishes to thrive again. And I agree with that also. I think that they really need to rethink that. I think J.K. Rowling needs to take a step back, reevaluate the situation and what's going on, do some self-reflection, because it's very obvious. Because it's very obvious that she's, you know, she's very obvious, like she's in love with her words. And I think that that is a problem. I think that when you look at that, especially that second film, when you look at The Crimes of Grindelwald, it's very obvious that she said, no, I want the script, and I want what I wrote on the script to be said out loud and to be shown on screen. And I think that that was an issue. I think that she should have just taken a step back and just been like, no, we can get rid of this, and this, and add this, and this, you know, some action sequences. But they didn't do that, and that's why that movie was not good. I do think that it's a step up with the third movie, but I think the fourth movie, I think that she'll have Steve Kloves. I think I said Knowles earlier, but Steve Kloves. I think if she has him take more of a writing role than her, and by that I mean like she just writes out maybe like a 2 or 3 page outline and then gives it to him and says go, I think that we could have a good movie on our hands, one that would bring people back to the theaters to watch Fantastic Beasts 4. But yeah, I really hope these movies get made. I said this before, I hope these movies get made because I want to see these movies. I love the Wizarding World, I love Fantastic Beasts, I love Harry Potter. Voldemort's my favorite. I love the baddies. But I just, yeah, I don't want to see this world die on the big screen like Star Wars did. I want to see this franchise thrive. But in this case, unlike Star Wars, in this case, it's the creator that's really not, you know, looking at herself and saying, hey, what can I change to make this better? Or maybe she did with that third movie, or maybe the studio told her, hey, we need another writer because your stuff sucks. I don't know. We'll see. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you guys. What do you guys think about this? Do you think Fantastic Beasts 4 should be made, and will it be made? Or do you think that, like this article says, maybe a trilogy is just the best for this franchise and we just need to end it and start with something fresh and new? Or do you think, like me, they should power through, get through all 5 movies, or just this 4th movie to wrap up all the storylines and stuff? And who is your favorite Fantastic Beasts character? You know, tell me what you guys think about all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Fantastic Beasts video, whenever that is. I'll see you guys later. Bye.